Sketch the root locus for a unity feedback system with open loop transfer function g of s equal to g of s. Here it is mentioned that unity feedback system. H of s equal to 1. What are the poles? We have to draw the root locus. What are the poles? 0, 0, minus 4.5. Z equal to minus 0.5. Minus 0.5. So, number of root locus branches. Number of root locus branches equal to 3. 2 will end at 2 branches. 2 branches will end at infinity. Why? N minus m. N equal to 3. N equal to 3. M equal to 1. N minus m branches will end at infinity. Therefore, 3 minus 1, 2 branches will end at infinity. Now we have to draw the root locus. So here, we have to write sigma here. Here we have to write j omega here. Then you have to write S plane. These are all I didn't write. But you have to write. So repeated poles at the origin. Repeated poles at origin. At one more pole at minus 4.5. A 0 at 0.5. A 0 at minus 0.5. That's all. Then we have to find which part of real axis is part of root locus. If you select any point between minus 0.5 and 0, it is not on the root locus. Why? At origin, 2 poles are there. Therefore, to its right, even number of here, even number of poles to its right. Therefore, it is not part of root locus. It is not part of root locus. But any point if we select between minus 0.5 and 4.5, it is part of root locus. Yes, it is part of root locus. Therefore, this point is, this is part of root locus. This is part of, because here 2, here 1, 3. That's why this part is part of root locus. If after minus 4.5, if we select any point, how many? 1, 2 plus 4. That's why it is not part of root locus. It starts at minus 4.5, end at minus 0.5. So, at origin, 2 root locus branches will come out. Why? 2 poles are there at origin. 2 poles are at origin, therefore 2 root locus branches will come out. At what angle it will come out, we have to see. Therefore, angle of asymptote we have to see. Generally, we will see angle of departure we will see. Angle of departure we will see for complex poles only. But here, 2 poles are at origin. That's why we have to see angle of departure for this origin. What is the net angle contributed by all other poles to this? If any, let these 2 poles are P1, P2. This is P3. This is Z1. These are the poles. But we cannot take 1. We have to take 2. So angle of departure from P1 is 5P1. We cannot find for 1 because both are at the same point. That's why 5P1 plus 5P2. 5P2. For that we are going to find from these 2 points we ignore. For the remaining point to that point, what are the angles made by? To the left. If it is to the left means we draw any line 180 degree. 180 degree. So by P3 angle made is 180 degree. By 0, 1 also 180 degree. So we have to add this, we have to subtract this. That's why net angle is 0. Net angle contributed by all other poles and zeros, that is equal to 0. It must be equal to plus or minus 2q plus 1 multiplied by 180. But this finite angle contributed by other poles and zeros is equal to 0. Therefore, this is equal to 0. This is equal to 0. Therefore, 5p1 plus 5p2 equal to 180 degree. For q equal to 0, you will get 180 degree. You will get 180 degree. But first rule says what? Root locus first rule says it is symmetrical about real axis. It is symmetrical about real axis. Let us assume that this is the origin. From origin, if you come root locus at this angle means here at what angle it will come at this angle. Add these two angles. Let us say that this is 135 degree. What is this angle? What is this angle? Minus 135. If you add these two, what you will get? 0. But we need an odd multiple of 180. Odd multiple of 180. That's why we have to suppose you are assuming this is equal to 90. Then what you will get? This is also 90. Plus or minus 90. Plus or minus 90. This is also plus or minus 90. So if you come out because of the first rule, if it come out this way at 90 degree, if this come out at minus 90 degree, then they are symmetrical. All other angles, it is not symmetrical. All other angles, it is not symmetrical. Therefore, the root locus come out from the origin at an angle 90 degree. So it come out at 90 degree. Here also it is come out at 90 degree. That point we got. Here, is there any breakaway point? Is there any possibility of breakaway point? It starts at minus 4.5, ends at minus 0.5. Therefore, there is no breakaway point we can assume. But it is not so in this sum. There is a breakaway point. If you find a breakaway point, you will get it. For that, what we have to do? K equal to what? K equal to minus s square plus s plus 4.5 divided by s plus 0.5. This is K. What is dk by ds? Dk by ds. You can say no breakaway point by finding this only. Mathematically, we have to prove that no breakaway point. Dk by ds equal to what? S plus 0.5, s plus 0.5 whole square, s plus 0.5. And what is the numerator? S cube plus 4.5 s square. Therefore, 3s square plus 9s minus, we have to write as such s cube plus 4.5 s multiplied by 1. What is the roots of this? Equal to 0. We have to equate this to 0. We have to equate this to 0. Find the roots. Find the roots. 4.5 s cube plus 4.5 s square. Find the roots. Two s cube plus 6s square Find the roots. You can take s outside. S multiplied by 2s cube plus 6s. 6s plus 4.5 equal to 0. Find the roots. The roots are s equal to 0 and minus 1.5 comma minus again 1.5. So minus is minus. Yes, 0 is repeated roots. 2 poles at that point, 0 is repeated roots. Minus 1.5. One more repeated root is at minus 1.5. So there is a breakaway point. So the roots are the root locus coming out of these 2 poles reaching this point. That's why there is a repeated pole. Definitely. So now we have to find the angle of asymptote. Phi A equal to plus or minus 2q plus 1. How many n's at infinity? 2. Therefore, 2 angles we have to find. N minus m equal to what? N minus m equal to 2 multiplied by 180. When q equal to 0, 180 divided by 2 equal to 90 degree. 3 times 90, 270. So the angles are 90 and 270. What is sigma A? Sigma A equal to sum of poles minus 4.5 minus 4.5 plus 0.5 minus plus 0.5 plus minus 0.5 divided by real parts of poles minus real parts of zeros, therefore minus. So minus of minus plus, therefore divided by 2. 4 by 2 equal to 2. Therefore, the sigma A equal to 2 minus 2. The asymptote is going like this. Asymptote, this is one asymptote, this is another asymptote. Asymptote, this is another asymptote. So this comes like this and goes this way. Symmetrical. That's why it is coming like this and goes this way. This is the root locus. Root locus. So here we have repeated poles at a minus 1.5. Suppose I want to find, here also I want to find zeta equal to 0.7. Zeta equal to 0.7. For that, find the value of k. Find the value of k for zeta equal to 0.7. So zeta 0.7, we have to write we have to draw a line at an angle 45.5 degree. Am I correct? Cos inverse of 0.7 equal to 45.5. Am I correct? So I have drawn a line at 45.5. Find the value of k. Find the value of k for zeta equal to 0.7. Therefore, I have drawn a line, constant zeta line. This line is called constant zeta line. At what angle? 45.5 with negative real axis. Why? Because cos inverse of 0.7 equal to 45.5. So it cuts at 2 points, at A as well as B. It cuts the root locus at 2 points. Whether I have to consider A or B. The morning sum also that problem may come. Suppose I have drawn line like this, 0.7 line. Suppose I want to find root locus value of k for 0.7. This is constant zeta line, zeta equal to 0.7. It cuts at A as well as B. Where I have to find K? Either at A or B. How to find K? From A to all poles and zeros, we have to draw lines. We have to draw lines from A to all points. If it is B, means from B to all lines. Then the formula is K equal to product of the lines drawn from A to all points. AP1 multiplied by AP2 second pole, AP3 A to third pole divided by AZ1, only 1 0. That's all. This is the formula to find the value of K. But whether I have to find from A or B, that is the question. We have to find from A only. Because A is called dominant pole. A is called dominant pole. One work has to be done by two persons. One work has to be done by two persons. One person is doing very fast. Another person is doing very slow. The slow person completes the work in half an hour. Fast person completes the work, his part, in 15 minutes. When the work will be over? 15 minutes or 30 minutes? 30 minutes only. Because even though he is doing very fast, he finished only 50%. The remaining 50% is done by slow person. That's why in a group, who dominates? The slower person dominates. Slower person dominates. Like that, in many poles are there, means many time constants are there. How many time constants for this system? 3 time constants. Because third order system, 3 time constants. Time constant 1, time constant 2, time constant 3. Which is very close to origin will dominate. Because time constant equal to 1 by omega. Origin to that point is called omega. Origin to that pole is called omega. Time constant is 1 by omega. Therefore, A is the large time constant. At B, you will get lesser time constant. Large time constant dominates in a system. Large time constant dominates in a system. Therefore, you have to find at A only. You have to find the gain K at A only, not at B. But constant zeta line cuts at 2 points at the root locus. But where we have to find the value of K at A only. If you draw graphically, you can find. If you know the point A, you can analytically find it. The length AP1 equal to, you can calculate this way. Let us assume that this A is, let us assume that the A point is minus 0.4, comma, minus 0.4, comma, J. Let us assume. So from that point to all poles, what is the distance we'll find? What is that point? Point A is at where? Minus 0.4 plus J. Am I correct or not? P1 is at 0, comma, J0. P2, second pole is also at 0, comma, J0. Third pole is at what? Minus 4.5 plus J0. 0 is what? 0 is at 0.5. Minus 0.5. That's all. Plus J0. Plus J0. You can find the distance as you find the angle. How you are finding theta 1, theta 2, theta 3? To find line joining from A to all poles, if you want to find angle, means you will subtract from A to P. From A, you will subtract P1. Like that, you subtract minus 0.4 plus J means 1J. 1J minus 0 plus J0. If you subtract, you will get the same point. You will get the same point. Minus 0.4, comma, plus 1. Find, call that function polar to rectangular coordinate. Here, we have to consider magnitude. That's all. After subtraction, you have to consider only magnitude. Minus 0.4, comma, 1 if you pass to polar coordinate. minus 0.4, comma 1 you have to pass. What is the magnitude you got? 1.31. That is AP1. AP1, magnitude AP1 equal to 1.31. Similarly, if you find AP2, that is also 1.31 because same point. AP3 equal to what? AP3 equal to, we have to subtract. What is the point? Minus 0.4 plus J. From that, we have to subtract minus 4.5 plus J0. If you subtract what, you will get plus 4.1 plus 4.1 plus J. Am I correct or not? So pass this to the polar coordinate. Polar 4.1, comma 1. Pass this, you will get the magnitude. The distance from this point, you will get the distance between P3 and A can be obtained directly by calling the polar coordinate. 4 point AP3 distance equal to 4.22. Now we have to find the distance from A to Z1. We have to find it. Again, you subtract minus 4.4 plus J minus 0.5 plus J0 equal to plus 0.1 plus 0.1 plus J. What is the distance? Pass this to polar coordinate 0.1, comma 1. How much you are getting? 1.00. Okay. Therefore, K equal to 1.31 multiplied by 1.31 multiplied by 4.22 divided by 1.0. That's all. So if you know the coordinates, you can find directly. No need to measure by using scale. You will get accurate values if you know the coordinates. You know the coordinates. So this way you can find K. So for all sums, it is better to find this way. Just you have to use your calci calling the polar function. So this is the root locus because it has a breakaway point at this point. At this point, you are having a breakaway point.